What's going on, you guys? It's Fabio here, and I hope you're having a great day so far. So in today's video I'm gonna be talking about how you can build credit and how you can build credit, how you can establish credit also if you are a young person. I will give you my personal example of how I built my credit score when I moved here in the UK, and also without speaking a single word of English. I'm now in the UK since 2016, and in about 4 years I've been able to get my credit score to 999, which is the highest you can get, or at least here in the UK, which is pretty decent. So why I want to talk to you about credit score and why it's so important that you get it right. This will sound like a joke, but when I first came here in the UK with no job, zero English speaking skills, and of course no bank account, I've been asked by the government to get the NI number or national insurance number. However, they wanted me to give them my address, my UK address. However, in order to get not even an house but a tiny room by the agency, I needed to give them my bank details. But in order to open up a bank account, I needed an address first. So you've got the point where I started, right? I just told you this because if I've been able to get 999 on my credit score, I'm absolutely sure that you can get there too. Probably even faster than myself, considering that you hopefully shouldn't have this kind of problem. So the first thing I want you to do to start establish credit is to open up a bank account or a saving account if you prefer as soon as you can. This is absolutely the first thing you have to do. Then what you want to do with that bank is to build a good relationship, if you like, showing them that over time you've never went into overdraft, or if you did, that you repaid that money on time. You want to show them that you never overspent. If you are already working, you want to show them that you have a regular income coming through as well, and you use your account regularly for purchases and things like that, so you can establish a positive track record with that bank account. With that being said, after about, let's say, 5 or 6 months or something like that, of an established good track record with that bank, if you want, you can go ahead and open up a CD, or what is called a certificate of deposit, which is basically a separate bank account that you open up to, let's say, insure your money in the bank. So just to keep it simple here, the CD is a financial product, as many others, which will pay you a small interest for the time frame you agreed upon with your bank. However, this is another story. The main reason, or if not the only reason, why I want you to open up a CD is basically because you now the bank not only have a positive track record from the previous about 6 months, but you now basically are giving them an insurance, if you like, on yourself in case you messed up with your finances. So at this point, after having a positive track record for about 6 months and also a CD, which is an insurance on their money, the bank probably is much more keen to give you credit, or at least is keen to give you credit as far as the CD value goes. Now, I still hope for you that you don't need a loan at this point in time, otherwise you will still probably pay hefty interest, high interest, of course, in case you can get a loan, by the way. But let's say that you are smart, which I think you are because you're watching this video, and you want to keep building your credit score. So at this point, with a good track record and the CD under your name, you can apply for a credit card. And probably the chances are that if you have done everything right until now, your application will be probably accepted. Now, this is what I call win-win situation, because you now have, let's say, the credit card in your hands that you can start to use it in order to build off your track record without paying a single penny in interest, and later I'm gonna explain why. Now, this is what you should do at this point. Start using your credit instead of your debit card when you purchase something, and keep going that month after month. I want you to pay attention here now though. Make sure absolutely to repay your debit on your debit card each and every month in order to avoid interest on your credit card. What you absolutely have to prevent is to fall into the trap of debit card interest, because it's absolutely unbelievable the amount of money you can pay in interest. So please guys, here make sure to clear off the credit card balance every month on time. An idea that I can give you in regards to this argument here is to open up a separate bank account or a separate account, wherever you want, where you basically are going to put money into every time you purchase something with your credit card. Basically, with the new account, you can keep a kind of a track record, if you like, of the real balance that you have on your main bank account. With this system, when the end of the month comes and you have to repay the debit accumulated on your credit card, you will always have available the amount of money you spend, because you already have this money on a separate account that you opened up already. If high interest that I just mentioned to you isn't enough, another incentive of why you want to clear off your debit on your credit card is that if you carry a balance on your credit card, it is actually lowers your credit score rather than increase. Up to this point, if you keep doing what you've done until now for building up a good track record, chances are that if you apply to get another credit card with another bank, probably your application will be accepted, because now you have a positive track record with the credit card as well. Once you have two credit cards under your name, you can start splitting your transaction on those two credit cards rather than keep them only on one. Why you have to do this? This is because it will allow you to have two separate track records, such as you have two payments history, two different track records, which will allow you to increase your credit score even faster over time. This doesn't mean by all means that the more credit card you have, the better will be, or the faster will be to ramp up your credit score. As usual, I think that the balance always lays in the edge, so I think not one credit card, but also not too many. I think that as long as you have, two free credit cards, two free different credit cards under your name will be more than enough, more than fine. Another suggestion that I want to give you is to not apply for more than one credit card every 6 to 12 months, because if you will, because if the application will be rejected, it will affect your credit score, and of course we don't want that at all costs, because we are trying to building up our credit score, so we don't have to let something affect it. So make sure to not make this mistake. So with all that being said, guys, why is so important you have a good credit score in the first place? Here's why. The number one reason is that the higher your credit score, the higher the chance to get a line of credit approved when the time comes, which is pretty straightforward. The second reason why you should have it is because the higher your credit score, the lower the interest rate you will be paid, will be applied to you in case you need credit for things like, I don't know, a loan for a car, for a new car, or a mortgage, or a refinance for, refinance of some reason, really, whatever it might be. If you have your credit score in good shape, it doesn't have to be 999, but as long as, let's say, it's in good shape, the interest you're gonna pay on your debt will be much lower than if you have a bad credit score. The fact is that the problem with interest is the compound effect that you will pay over time. It's not this single month, but it's the compound effect. Just look at this example right here, guys. The one on your left has been applied an interest of 3.875% over a 30-year period on a 200k mortgage, and on the right hand side instead it has been applied an interest rate of 3% with the same exact condition. As you can see at the bottom, the difference you will pay in interest for the same mortgage can be very very substantial. A little difference, as you can see, because we are talking about a difference between 3.8 to 3% mark, compounded over time becomes a lot. A little difference compounded over time becomes a lot. Hence why you have absolutely make sure to have a good credit score. Remember this, the higher your credit score, the lower it will be the interest rate will be applied to you when you ask for a credit. Another reason for getting a good credit score is that you probably don't need a cosigner anymore. So guys, as you can see, there are really, I think really a lot of benefit for you to have a good credit score. And if you follow all the advice I just gave you in this video, you can have a good credit score in less time than you think. I put the link in the description down below of a website where you can check, where you can, let's say, you can use to check your current credit score if you still don't know what it is. It's gonna be completely free and I'm not affiliated with them in any way. To be in a better place when the time comes, you have to start seeking money when you not need them, so not when you need them. So you can negotiate more, you can be more flexible, you can get better rates and even more credit than what you might end up needing when the time comes. If you start seeking credit when you need it instead, the chances are that you are gonna make some mistake or you end up with bad interest because you are you're rushing through because of negligence. Now think, you know that at some point you're gonna need credit for a reason or another, unless you are already a millionaire. It could be for a car, for a new house, or you know, whatever it might be. So make sure to start as soon as possible. Be the exception, don't do as the rest of the crowd, and I can assure that you know your effort will be paid off. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If so, please make sure to click the like button so we can spread the message, and if you're interested to learn more about financial independence overall, make sure to subscribe to the channel as well. It's gonna be completely free and I will keep sharing with you knowledgeable information which you can use you know, on your day-to-day to building up your financial independence. This is Fabio Mezzogori, thanks for watching and I'll talk to you soon.